Okay, are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Able to.
Yeah, okay. Okay, good evening, guys. So we have another session of CAPS R2R, that is refresh to relax, and I'm going to take you through subject of international taxation. Okay, so let's start with the today's session. Yeah. So when we came up with this session, that is R2R, the main idea was basically it is to give your body, mind, and heart a chance to relax and recharge, and also pretty much revise on the topic. Okay, and as you already know, means you have gone through several sessions, and each one of the faculty have tried their best to achieve this objective. So my aim and my goal or my objective is also to do the same thing and help you guys reduce the burden of this or burden, I would say, stress from this examination. And I know the importance of relaxing is I know the importance of relaxing, and it's the most important thing you have to do after an examination is over and when you prepare for the next examination. Okay, so with this, let's start. So how our session is going to be? So we're going to have first one is we're going to try to forget our past, as in whatever examination has happened. We'll stop thinking about it first, then we'll try to calm our minds. Okay, that we'll do for 2 to 3 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever it is. Then we'll try to build courage and confidence for the next examination, and then we'll do a quick revision, which may especially with international taxation. And then if anyone has any doubts or queries, you can please raise, and then I'll try to answer whatever is possible. Okay, so that's how a format for the session is going to be. Okay, so let's start. The first thing we need to do is we need to forget our past. Forget our past doesn't mean that you forget whatever you learned, but you need to stop thinking about your previous exam. So you need to remember that past can't hurt you if you don't let it. Okay, that's a quote which I strongly believe in. You have to leave your examination. I think SFM was this today's examination. You have to leave today's exam in the exam hall. Okay, please don't try to verify your answers because the exam is already over and then nothing can be done to it. Okay, don't spend time feeling bad about questions which you might have got it wrong or you think you might have got it wrong. Okay, please don't spend time on that, and don't try to self-assess your paper and award marks to yourself. Okay, I mean, I've gone through the stage and I pretty much know a lot of students will try to take question paper, try to answer, try to award marks to the questions, and then they will try to self-assess, but please don't try to do this. And I would like to stress upon that this aspect with an example. Okay, my own example, so that it may help others, may help others, and so that you guys don't commit the same mistake which I might have committed. So basically, so I did my schooling in a Kannada medium school. Okay, and then I shift for high school. I shifted from Kannada medium to an English medium school. And then when the shift happened, the transition was very difficult. So in the examination, the first examination was conducted, and my paper two, language paper two, was English, and it went down very badly. And then think, instead of stop worrying about that examination, I came home and I started crying about it, thinking about it, cribbing about it. Okay, I complained to my parents. Okay, I did what all the nonsense whatever is that. In this process, what happened was I was not able to concentrate for my my third paper, that is my Kannada, which was my strength especially. But what happened is, because I lost time on this. Okay, I ended up even failing the next paper also. Okay, it might sound funny that I failed in two language papers, but still I failed it. And the reason I failed it because I was living in my past. Okay, so that's what we should try to do. Should stop worrying about the past, and we should only concentrate about our present and what exam we have, what exam it's going to come next. Okay, that's the first aspect. Second one is calm and rest. Okay, calm mind brings inner strength, self confidence. So that's very important for good health. Okay, I strongly believe in this quote. Basically, whenever we are undergoing this examination, keeping a calm mind is very very important. Okay, it's the most crucial aspect in our daily routine. So, how do we do it? Okay, I strongly suggest take a 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, take deep breaths. Okay, inhale and exhale, and forget about everything in this world and just concentrate simply on the breathing aspect. Okay, how you inhaled and how you exhaled. That's it. Okay, this will help you concentrate. This will help you concentrate on your breathing. It will remove your distractions, and it will make sure that you're ready and your mindset is ready and it's calm to start something fresh. Okay, so that's the first thing we should, every one of us should do after we finish a day's examination. Okay, next, please eat balanced, nutritious, non-processed food. Okay, try to eat dry fruits, have consume milk. Okay, drink sufficient amount of water, eat your greens. Okay, maintain a healthy diet. Okay, just because you're finished an examination, don't try to eat something junk. Don't try to stress eat. Please maintain your diet and stick to your regular exercise. Okay, some of you may be having a small exercise routine, for example, running for 2 minutes or having a jog. Whatever it is, stick to your exam routine. Today is not special or tomorrow is not special than any other day. Regular it's a regular routine. Don't change it. Sleep patterns, please do not change your sleep patterns. Okay, just because an examination has ended and then you want to perform something better than the previous examination or anything, please, in order to achieve that, don't change your sleep patterns. If you are used to sleeping 8 hours, please do the, if you're used to sleeping 5 hours, please maintain the same. Okay, don't try to teach your body something new during this period. Switch off all your distractions like cell phone, television, etc. This is very very important in today's world, wherein when we were studying for examination we had very few distractions as compared to your as in present situation. You have your mobile phone, your have your iPads, you have your applications, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, your gaming, this one, everything. You have so many portals for distraction in the current situation. Now we need to curb that, we need to control it to ensure that we are distraction free. Okay, now take regular micro breaks, as in for every hour take 5 minutes break, something to maintain consistency. Okay, consistency is the key during this period. Okay, the more consistent you are, the better you'll be able to handle the situation. Okay, so in this, for this aspect, for this what is sub situation also, I would like to come up. I would like to tell you a story about my own experience having a calm and restful mind. So I was giving my first attempt, that is CA final, and I had just finished my audit paper, and it didn't go well. Okay, I knew that I didn't perform to my best in this paper, and I somewhere knew that I was not going to get the sufficient marks, whatever to clear, or sufficient mark to get the uh, to the total. So what I thought was, I plotted something. What was a plot? Let's try to achieve something extraordinary when it comes to my next paper, that is costing. Okay, I wanted to experiment some new things. Okay, I thought, okay, if I end up spending 3 or 4 more hours on my revision and take up new subjects, if I take up new subjects, then I may perform better. Now how do I get these 3 or 4 hours? I decided, okay, let's wake up at 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. in the morning, and then take this 3 or 4 additional hours, whatever I get from this, and try to do something new, try to achieve something new. Okay, I took this risk, and trust me, that risk went really, really bad. So I woke up in the morning at 2 a.m. and I had a very bad headache after that. I developed a cold, and I was under a lot of stress because of the previous day examination. It didn't go well, and everything turned out to be pretty bad. My additional 3 hours resulted in wastage of almost 5 to 8 hours for the whole day, and that upsetted my flow, and this upset resulted in me not clearing both the examination, as in I could not clear even audit also, and I could not clear even costing also. And that is what I'm telling you: maintain your consistency. Don't try to change your sleep patterns. Don't try to do something new, and try to have a balanced diet during this period of time. Okay, so that is a calm and rest. Next one is courage and confidence. Okay. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Okay, I strongly believe in this quote because the thing is, what is more important is courage. I would not say you might not clear the examination, okay, or your clearing of the examination may be delayed. But what is important is how you face the examination is the most crucial aspect in our life. Okay, I'm sure everyone has gone through many examinations before this, so I'm sure you're all well aware of how an examination works. Okay, don't let your examinations overgrow your courage and confidence. Okay. That is very important. Remind yourself that this is just an examination and it is crackable. Okay. Examination is not the end of life, and I'm sure everyone should be aware of this, or you have to keep that in mind. Okay, it's just an exam, and it is obviously crackable. So many people have cleared, and you can also clear. There is nothing stopping you from clearing. Then positive assertions that you can ace this through consistency, courage, and confidence. You need to tell yourself every day that this is possible. You need to tell yourself that you can become a chartered accountant. You need to tell yourself that this is not something which is unimaginable. This is imaginable. Now, during my examination, I used to write it in a place every day, saying that no, I will do this, I can do this, I will be able to do this. Okay, I was asserting myself every day through this. When I was in my NCC, my teachers used to always tell me, how do you motivate people, especially when you're in NCC, or we used to shout that we can do it. That echo which used to be generated from that shouting used to assert that yes, it is possible, it is doable, and we can achieve it. So positive assertions are very important. You need to assert yourself that yes, I will remember this topic in the examination. Yes, I will remember this concept in the examination. You need to assert yourself. Okay, if you don't sell yourself, no one is going to buy you in the market. Okay, so that is very important. Okay, and trust me, CA examination is just a beginning. After you qualify, each day is a new examination. Okay, and it appears in different forms. You have clients coming to you, they will be asking you new things, they will be asking you to do something new, and each time you need to take this risk. And if you do not grow courage at this level, it will be very difficult for you to grow courage at the next level. Okay, here you're just dealing with your marks. Going further, you're going to deal with money you're going to deal with clients money. Your decisions are going to affect clients future. So that is a bigger responsibility than what you currently have. And by fulfilling your responsibility at this stage, you're going to assure yourself that you have the courage to take up the responsibility in the next stage. And here also I would like to bring upon as I told you, in my first attempt I was not able to clear that examination, and because of so many reasons. Here, when I was not, I pretty much knew that first group is down the drain. Okay, and I had my second group. At this point in time, I had both the ways. I means my mind was going in two ways, wherein I had an option why to write my second group, and I'm sure that I'm not going to do my first group well. I can just skip my second group and then leave it as it is, and then concentrate on attempting for the next time. Then I always means I remembered what Shetty sir always used to say: do all your papers, sit 3 hours in the examination, face the examination, learn from the examination, okay, and then whatever mistakes are happening in the examination, try to rectify in the next this one. That's what he always used to say. And then I blindly trusted him, and then okay, I decided no, let's go for second group also, let's see what is there. It's not, the examination is not going to kill me. Okay, so I decided I will go through this examination. And as you told, I went through it, I finished my all the papers. Okay, and then I came to know how the examination is, and what the paper value is expecting, what the examiner is expecting, okay, from the examination. And then I did my second attempt. Okay, in the second attempt, whatever mistakes I was doing in my first attempt, I corrected them. Okay, I motivated myself, and I gave my second attempt. And surprisingly, I would not say surprisingly, obviously, I was able to clear in my second attempt. When I cleared, the pass percentage was 2%, and I was able to get more than 60 marks in 4 papers. And this was simply because I took up this as a challenge. I took the courage to face my demons. Okay, I took the courage to face my demons. Let it happen. Let's see what is let's see what is there in the examination. And by attempting the first means by going through the first attempt and going through all the papers, I was able to know where I could go wrong, how could I correct, and how could I improve myself. So whether you're prepared, you're not prepared, it doesn't matter. Please attempt the examination. Please face the examination. Please face the examination courageously and with confidence. There is always something to learn from everything. So we always experience, experiment, and learn. That's a quote which I always follow. And then I think that also helps a lot of people also. Okay, that's this one. Next, anxiety. Next biggest problem for students is anxiety. Our anxiety does not come from thinking about the future, but from wanting to control it. Okay, please understand, no one can control the future. Okay, no one could have planned that okay, COVID is going to happen. No one could have planned that okay, how am I going to overcome this pandemic. No one could have planned for it, but still it happened. We went through it, and then we are still here alive. Our economy is coming back, and we are doing pretty okay now. So you cannot try to control your future. Okay, if you're feeling anxious, just remember that we cannot control our future. We must put in genuine effort without worrying about the results. Okay, I always genuinely believe that. Don't try to expect something from your effort. Put your genuine effort, put your 100%, give your 110%. It doesn't matter whether you get the benefits of it or not, but surely or for sure some kind of benefit is going to come to you, because just karma is there and karma is going to help you out. Just trust in your karma and then do it. And also keep one thing in mind. Don't try to have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan C, plan D, plan up to plan Z. It doesn't work out. The more options you have, the more variables you have, the higher is the chance that you're going to lose track of the main objective. Okay, so just stick to one plan, that is plan A. It's do or die. That's it. There is no other. So that keep that kind of attitude. And just trust me, nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. Okay. Today you may have a bad time, but for surely it is going to change. It's nothing is permanent in this world, so that keep that in mind. Okay. So with this, we'll start with the examination tips. Okay. The first one is we're going to concentrate on the general tips, and then I'm going to have a quick revision on the international taxation paper. Okay, first one, general tips. One, read the questions carefully. Okay, understand that if the exam is asking you evaluate, or whether the examiner is asking you reason out, just understand that. Appreciate the exam valuer is a human being, and you must make their life easy. Okay, in correcting the paper, don't jumble up the examination questions. Okay, do your multiple choice section first, so and mark it in the OMR paper properly. Okay, start by answering the easiest question and progressing to the most difficult one. Format for answering is always facts, law, conclusion. Okay, stick to it. Write in short sentences and and paragraphs, and switch to bullet points and bullet points if you are running short of time. And stay safe from this pandemic or coronavirus by taking necessary precaution, because don't try to mingle with a lot of people. Don't try to stay in a place for a longer time. Okay, be in a very good ventilated place. Don't and try to keep yourself safe. Okay, because you need to be in your optimal shape throughout the examination. When we go for international taxation, please understand it's a 4 hours paper. Okay, it's not 3 hours paper, and it is 100 marks. They will give you 5 case studies, and you need to select 4 out of 5. Each case study will have 25 marks, and these 25 marks will be split into MCQs and theory questions. It is an open book examination. Don't try to carry more than 2 books. Stick to 2 books, and and take books which are you're comfortable with and you have already studied. Don't try to take some new book for the examination. And note that whenever, and you can take whatever book you want to the examination, there is no this one, but you cannot take digital devices like laptops, etc. You cannot take them, but you can take any book of your choice. Generally, understand that whenever you have to refer to books, you can only generally refer for fact specific questions. For example, how many most appropriate methods are there for selection of arm's length price? For that, you can refer the book, but you cannot refer the book for computation of arm's length price. Okay, because for each problem there's a different way of this, and you need to know in principle how to calculate the arm's length price. So for fact specific questions, you can refer the examination book, the book reference book, but not for the theory part. Bring out assumptions, alternatives clearly, as there can be multiple interpretation. Given that this is a taxation paper, for every situation there can be multiple interpretation. Bring out your assumptions. Okay, and please understand that in the question paper itself there can be apparent mistakes. Okay, so if for a question there may not be any choice available also. So I understand that there can be a situation like that. Try to attempt all whatever question is possible, because If the question happens to be wrong, you will get a grace marks. Okay. Generally, the material taken for examination is useful for MCQ based questions. May not be much useful for your theory based question, but sometimes it can be useful. And before you take the material, try to apply as many post-its as possible to have a proper referencing. So you don't have to go through each and every page to understand what is there in the page. Try to make a reference. And I'm sure that you should have made the reference earlier. Don't try to do it today or tomorrow. Okay, and don't try to spend more than 60 minutes for each case study. Okay, skip and understand that each case study will have 25 marks, and this 25 marks is split into easy 30%, moderate 40 to 50%, difficulty 30 to 20%. So difficulty in this case study would be something very practical oriented, as in you may practical oriented as in practice oriented. You may not have come across that situation in your regular articleship. It is something which is unique, and so there will be something which cannot be answered. Don't try to break your head answering that. Okay, try to stick to easy and moderate, and that itself will be more than sufficient to cross you more than 60 marks in the examination. Try to stick to your 60 minutes for each case study. That is the most crucial. If you're running short of time because the question is something difficult, I would suggest you skip that. Concentrate on the easy and the moderate questions. And ICA has already provided a reference for quick revision. I think that can help you a lot. Okay, this is a link for it. I'm sure you can search for it also. And don't try to learn anything new. Okay, don't study anything 1 hour before the examination. Don't try to study anything before 1 hour before the examination. Now, these following 4 chapters carry 40 to 50% marks and require 1 day for revision. What is that? One is transfer pricing, non-resident taxation, double taxation relief, and overview of model convention. These 4 chapters are going to cover easily 40 to 50% of the marks, and you will require a day for revision. So you can plan tomorrow whole day for this. And and what will be there in this one, transfer pricing. So when you talk about transfer pricing, you have to be well versed with when does transfer pricing is applicable, how do you calculate your arm's length price, which is the most appropriate method, what documentation you need to maintain, and what is the penalty for not maintaining the same, what is master file, what is CBCR, when is it applicable, how does the assessment happens before transfer pricing officer, how do you file objections before DRP, when do you file that, how do you carry when and how do you carry out secondary adjustment, when does thin capitalization provisions apply, and how do you and why do you enter into advanced pricing agreements, and what are the benefits of going with safe harbor rules. So these are the main aspects of transfer pricing, and you need to be good at these things. And we talk about non-resident taxation and double taxation relief. These are the following important topics. One is company's residential status, income deemed to be accruing or arising under Section 9, exemptions available to non-resident, how do you convert foreign currency to INR before taxation or taxing it, special provisions in capital gains for non-resident, special taxation regimes for NRI, representative SSE, TDS provisions applicable to non-resident, computation of total income and taxation for a non-resident. How do you calculate foreign tax rate under Section 90, 90A, and 91? And what is the process of claiming foreign tax credit in return of income? So these are some of the most important topics in non-resident taxation and double taxation relief. And when you talk about model convention, I am sure that this chapter is pretty big. However, in this chapter, there are certain things which are very, very important. And if you stick to it, I'm sure it is going to cover 60 to 80% of all your things. Stick to your UN model. Okay, that's the model which is going to come in examination. Okay, that means that's the model which Government of India also uses for every negotiation. So stick to your UN model, and then you have to be very well conversant with Article 1, when is DDAA applicable, Article 2, what are the taxes which are covered under DAA, Article 4, determination of residential status and tiebreaker rule. Article 5, permanent establishment. Okay, different types of permit establishment. Article 7, business taxation of business profits. Article 12 to 12A, that is taxation of royalty and FTS. And Article 13, taxation of capital gains. So see, these are the most important areas where the examiner is going to test you in terms of this model tax convention. Next, following three chapters will carry 20 to 30 marks. So this will require a half a days of revision, and these chapters are like marks boosters. Okay, so whatever, so the earlier chapters are essential, and these chapters are going to add more marks to it. If you have studied it, stick to it. Don't try to study these chapters afresh in the exam day before the examination. If you studied it, concentrate on it. Otherwise, don't try to do it. Chapter 4, that is advanced ruling. Chapter 5, Black Money Act. Chapter 6, that is e-commerce transaction. So these three chapters, it will take half a days of time to revise, and these will carry 20 to 30% of the marks. And as I told you, these are marks boosters. Then there are other chapters like chapter 7 and chapter 8, overview of tax treaties, overview, features, application, and anti-avoidance measures. These chapters do not carry a lot of marks, but these are pretty big. So don't try to concentrate too much on this. You can have a half day revision on these chapters. Okay, so these are some of the important areas where which I wanted to stress upon. And if anyone has any doubt or anything, please, you can please feel free to ask. I don't think so anyone is there on Zoom. uh, I need to, I think, see the YouTube page or something. Please. Okay. So what type of questions can we expect in MC chapter, whether it is theory or only interpretation based? When you talk about model convention, I would say there is combination of both. The what do you mean by combination of both is they're going to take some of the articles of DDAA and they're going to apply it to the non-resident taxation. For example, they will ask you, they will give you a type of income, they will tell you whether it is taxable or not. Now, to tell you whether it is taxable or not, you need to be well conversant with your model convention also, and you need to be pretty well conversant with how your income tax also is going to treat that. So I would say it is both the ways, but in model convention there are 30 articles. Out of all the 30 articles, not all the articles are important, and after some point in time most of the articles are very similar to each other. If the taxation methodology is very similar to each other, so stick to your UN model and stick to mainly business income, royalty, FTS, and your capital gains. That is going to pretty much cover most of the model convention problems. Okay, anything else? Okay, so I guess that's it. So hope this session was useful to whoever is viewing, and I would stop at this, and then all the best. Perform at your peak, and if any doubt, I think you can please come back to me on the any doubts if you have. Okay, thank you.